Listen to me. The world will not wait for you to be ready. Life is already moving, already testing you, already demanding answers from your soul. Too many people think they have time to change, time to grow, time to wake up. But time is the first liar you must expose. Every day you delay is a day your potential dies unborn. Today, I will not speak to entertain you. I will not speak to please your ears. I will speak to shake you until the illusions fall off your mind and the truth stands naked before you. Because there are things you must learn if you ever want to rise above the noise, above the weakness, above the chains that hold you. There are 11 things, not suggestions, not advice, but laws for survival in this ruthless world. If you ignore them, life will teach you the hard way. If you embrace them, you will walk through storms without breaking, you will rise when others fall, and you will command your destiny instead of begging for it. So listen closely, not with your ears, but with your spirit. For what you are about to hear will demand more than your attention. It will demand your transformation. Before you try to lead others, before you try to build empires, before you dream of victories in the world outside, you must face the most difficult battle you will ever fight, the battle within yourself. Where so many fall. This is where so many fall. They think discipline is about waking up early, about keeping routines, about crossing tasks off a list. No. Discipline is deeper. Discipline is the art of becoming the master of your thoughts, your emotions, and your desires. Because if you cannot command yourself, you will be commanded by everything around you. Look at the people who are constantly swayed by every feeling they have. One day they are motivated. The next day they are lazy. One moment they believe in themselves. The next moment they are drowning in doubt. This is a sign of a mind that is enslaved to its own emotions. And when your emotions are the master, your life will be like a leaf in the wind, moved in any direction by forces you cannot control. But when you learn self-mastery, you become the wind. You decide the direction. You decide the speed. You decide the speed. You decide the destination. The hardest person to lead is not your team, not your family, not your followers. It is yourself. That is why so many can talk about change but cannot live it. They can shout about goals but cannot discipline themselves to reach them. They start something with fire, but the moment it gets hard, they stop. This is why self-mastery is not optional. It is the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. You must learn to silence the voice inside that says, "It's okay to take it easy today," when you know it's not. You must learn to override the craving for comfort when you know it will cost you your future. You must learn to do what is necessary, not just what is easy. Because the truth is, you will not always feel motivated. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel ready. But self-mastery means you do it anyway. The world is full of distractions that will try to own your mind. Notifications, entertainment, noise, temptations, they are all designed to pull you away from your purpose. Without self-mastery, you will be a slave to them without even realizing it. But when you master yourself, you control your focus. You control what enters your mind. You decide where your attention goes, and therefore you decide what your life becomes. And don't mistake self-mastery for suppressing yourself. It is not about killing your emotions or desires. It is about commanding them, using them as fuel instead of letting them burn you. Anger, when mastered, becomes power. Desire, when mastered, becomes ambition. Pain, when mastered, becomes wisdom. Every weakness can be turned into a weapon in the hands of someone who has mastered themselves. You will meet people who appear strong because of their titles, their money, or their influence. But strip away those things, and you will see their weakness. True strength is invisible until life tests you. And when it does, only the one who has conquered themselves will remain standing. Others will crumble, not because the storm was too strong, but because their foundation was too weak. Self-mastery is built in the small moments no one sees. It's in choosing to wake up when the alarm rings instead of hitting snooze. It's in choosing to say no to the thing that gives you short-term pleasure, but long-term regret. It's in pushing yourself to do one more repetition when your muscles scream to stop. These small victories build the mental fortress that will protect you when the big battles come. And here is the truth many avoid. Form can give you self-mastery. No one can hand it to you. You can read books, you can attend speeches, you can listen to advice. But in the end, it will come down to the choices you make when no one is watching. It is forged in discipline and sacrifice and repeated acts of control until your mind learns that you, not your urges, are in command. You must be ruthless with yourself, not cruel, but relentless. You must demand from yourself the standard you expect from others. You must call yourself out when you are slipping. You must hold yourself accountable before the world does. Because if you cannot correct yourself, life will correct you. And life's lessons are always more brutal. And when you master yourself, a strange thing happens. You no longer need to chase success. It starts to follow you. People start to trust you. Opportunities start to open for you. Not because of luck, but because you have become the kind of person who is ready for them. You no longer sabotage your own progress because your emotions no longer control your actions. You no longer waste years of your life starting and stopping because you have learned to persist until the work is done. Everything in your life will rise or fall based on this one thing. Your relationships, your health, your wealth, your purpose, none of them will survive without self-mastery. You can win for a while without it, but eventually, your undisciplined self will come to collect the debt. And when that day comes, you will pay with your dreams. So before you seek to control the world outside, learn to control the world inside. Because once you own yourself, nothing and no one can own you. One of the greatest lessons you must learn is that the things worth having will not come to you quickly. We live in a world addicted to speed, fast food, fast results, fast rewards. People have been trained to believe that if something takes time, it's not worth it. But the truth is the opposite. Anything that comes too quickly will leave just as quickly because it did not have time to take root. And if it did not take root, it cannot survive. The reason so many never see their dreams is because they quit before the harvest. They plant the seed, water it for a few days, and when they don't see results, they walk away. But the soil of life does not work that way. Every dream, every goal, every vision has a season of invisibility. A season where nothing seems to be happening. A season where your effort looks like it's being wasted. This is where most people give up. But those who understand the power of delayed gratification stay. They keep showing up. They keep working. They keep believing. Because they know the seed is growing even if they can't see it yet. When you demand results too soon, you destroy what you were building. It's like digging up the seed every week to check if it's growing. You cannot have both speed and depth. If you want your success to last, it must be built slowly, layer by layer, until nothing can shake it. This is why patience is not weakness. Patience is strategy. It is the refusal to exchange long-term greatness for short-term comfort. But patience alone is not enough. You must also learn to endure the pain of waiting without losing your fire. Some people wait, but they wait passively. They sit, they complain, they hope. That is not delayed gratification. That is laziness disguised as patience. True delayed gratification is active waiting. It is working while you wait. It is preparing while you wait. It is sharpening your skills so that when the opportunity comes, you are ready to take it. The danger of chasing instant gratification is that it trains your mind to expect rewards without the process. It makes you fragile. You become the kind of person who can only work when the results are quick, and life will break you because most things worth having will take years. You cannot build an unshakable body in 1 week. You cannot build deep trust in a relationship in 1 month. You cannot build generational wealth in 1 year. All of these things require consistent effort over long periods of time. And the only way to survive that journey is to master the art of delayed gratification. The problem is that the world will tempt you at every turn. It will show you people who seem to be winning instantly. It will show you overnight success stories. What they don't show you is the years those people spent in the dark before the spotlight found them. They don't show you the sleepless nights, the failures, the sacrifices. They only show you the highlight reel. And if you compare your real life to someone's highlight reel, you will think you are failing. You will feel behind. And in that pressure, you will be tempted to take shortcuts. But shortcuts are dangerous. They take you somewhere faster, but they also take you somewhere weaker. The strongest people are the ones who have learned to delay their reward. They are not moved by every shiny distraction. They are not seduced by the false promise of something for nothing. They understand that the longer they work without reward, the more they are building the character to sustain the reward when it finally comes. Because here's another truth, getting success is one thing, keeping it is another. And without the discipline built in the waiting, you will not have the strength to hold what you receive. You must also understand that delayed gratification is not just about money or career. It's about everything in life. It's about controlling your impulses in the moment so you don't destroy your future. It's about choosing to save instead of spend, choosing to listen instead of speak, choosing to walk away instead of fight, choosing to stay committed instead of chasing novelty. Every time you delay gratification, you are proving to yourself that your future matters more than your present comfort. And the beauty of this mindset is that it compounds. Every sacrifice today becomes a brick in the foundation of tomorrow. Every temptation resisted becomes a victory that makes you stronger for the next test. Over time, you stop needing quick rewards because you find power in the process itself. You learn to love the work. You learn to value the journey. And when you value the journey, no one can take your peace away. Because even if the results are far, you know you are still moving toward them. The world will always be full of people chasing what is easy and fast. Let them. You choose what is lasting. Because the one who can wait the longest, without breaking, without doubting, without giving up, will always win in the end. Not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Not everyone who claps for you is cheering for your success. This is a reality many people refuse to accept, and because of that, they let anyone and everyone into their inner circle. But the truth is, the people around you will either feed your growth or drain it. They will either sharpen you or dull you. Your environment is a mirror. You will eventually reflect what you are surrounded by. If you stay among the weak, you will weaken. If you walk with the strong, you will grow stronger. The mistake many make is thinking loyalty means keeping everyone who has ever been close to them. They confuse history with destiny. Just because someone has been in your life for years doesn't mean they should remain there for the years to come. Some people were only meant to walk with you for a season. They played their part, and now their chapter in your life is over. But if you keep forcing them into your future, they will slow you down, distract you, and sometimes even sabotage you. You have to learn to read people, not just their words, but their patterns, their energy, their actions when no one is watching. The ones who celebrate you only when it benefits them, the ones who grow silent when you achieve something, the ones who constantly plant doubt in your mind. These are not your allies. A true friend wants to see you rise, even if it means you rise higher than them. You rise higher than them. A fake friend will cheer for you, only as long as you stay beneath them. This is why guarding your circle is not an act of arrogance. It is an act of survival. You cannot build greatness while surrounded by people who are comfortable with mediocrity. You cannot aim for the sky while being tied down by those who are content to crawl. Every conversation you have is either feeding your fire or extinguishing it. Every person you let close is either pushing you forward or pulling you back. And if you don't take control of your circle will control you. Sometimes the most dangerous people are not the loud enemies, but the silent dream killers, the ones who plant small seeds of doubt in your mind over time. They don't attack directly, they just make you question yourself until you start shrinking to fit their comfort zone. You must be able to spot them early and create distance before their influence becomes permanent. Guarding your circle also means protecting your energy from people who are constantly negative, the ones who complain about everything, but never take action to change. The ones who see a problem in every opportunity. These people are like emotional thieves. They will drain your hope, your motivation, and your focus if you let them. Surround yourself instead with those who challenge you to grow, who inspire you to think bigger, who push you to keep going when you feel like stopping. And understand this. Sometimes guarding your circle means standing alone for a while. It means going through seasons where you feel isolated because you've let go of the wrong people before the right ones have arrived. This is where many fail. They fear being alone so much that they hold on to people who are killing their potential. But if you cannot walk alone, you will never be ready to walk with the right people. You must first be able to stand by yourself with your vision intact before you can share it with others who are worthy of it. The company you keep will also shape your standards. If everyone around you tolerates laziness, you will begin to think it's normal. If everyone around you accepts excuses, you will begin to make them too. But if you are surrounded by people who demand excellence from themselves, You will rise to meet that standard without even realizing it. This is the hidden power of your circle. It can either normalize weakness or normalize greatness. You also need to understand that protecting your circle is not just about removing bad influences. It's about actively seeking the right ones. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you want to walk. Vanna. You are peers who are as hungry as you are. Seek out those whose very presence forces you to level up. Don't just wait for these people to appear. Go find them, and when you do, value them, learn from them, and grow with them. Your vision is a seed, and your circle is the soil. You can have the strongest seed in the world, but if you plant it in bad soil, it will never grow. The soil must be rich, supportive, and nourishing. That means you must keep your circle filled with those who speak life into your dreams, not death. Those who hold you accountable when you slack, not those who encourage your excuses. And above all, never forget that your circle is a choice. You cannot always control where you start in life, but you can control who you walk with. And that choice will determine how far you go. So choose carefully, because the wrong people can cost you your destiny, but the right people can help you reach it faster than you ever imagined. Life will test you, and it will not ask for your permission before it does. The storms will come, the pain will arrive, and the challenges will stand in your way whether you feel ready or not. Too many people believe that hardship is a sign they are failing, but in truth, hardship is the training ground for greatness. No champion is crowned without first being broken, stretched, and refined by struggle. The difference between those who rise and those who stay down is not the absence of hardship. It is how they respond to it. The instinct of the weak is to run from discomfort. The moment things get hard, they retreat. The moment the weight gets heavy, they drop it. The moment they face resistance, they give up. But those who understand the deeper laws of life know that discomfort is not their enemy. It is their ally. Every moment of pain carries the opportunity to build strength you could never gain in comfort. Without pressure, there is no growth. Without fire, there is no refinement. You must stop wishing for an easy life, because an easy life will make you soft. It will rob you of the strength you need for the moments that matter most. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The tallest trees have endured the fiercest storms. The most unshakable people have been through the kind of pain that would have destroyed others. And it was that very pain that made them unshakable. There will be moments when you feel life is unfair. Moments when you question why things are so hard for you, while others seem to have it easier. But the truth is, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. He strips away the unnecessary, the fake, the shallow, until all that is left is the core of who you really are. And once you meet that version of yourself, you will realize that the struggle was the only way to find them. When you embrace hardship instead of running from it, you rob it of its power to destroy you. Pain will still come, but it will no longer control you. You will learn to look at challenges and say, this is my sharpening. This is my preparation. This is where I become stronger. That mindset changes everything. It turns obstacles into opportunities. It turns trials into teachers. You will also learn that pain reveals people. In comfort, many will stand with you, but in hardship, only the real ones remain. This is why seasons of difficulty are not just about shaping you. They are also about exposing who truly belongs in your life. Hardship acts like a fire that burns away the pretenders, leaving only those who are genuine. And make no mistake, hardship is not always about surviving tragedy. It can also come in the form of relentless work, of long nights, of sacrifices that no one sees. These are the silent battles, the ones without applause, where you are tempted to quit because no one is watching. But it is in these invisible moments that your character is built. Champions are not made on the stage. They are made in the dark. You cannot expect to reach any significant destiny without enduring seasons of pain. Success has a price, and hardship is part of that price. The question is whether you will pay it willingly or spend your life avoiding it, only to remain in the same place. Every time you push through difficulty, you expand your limits. You discover that you are capable of more than you thought. And the more you endure, the less you fear the next challenge. Do not confuse enduring hardship with merely tolerating it. Tolerating pain means you suffer without purpose. Enduring hardship means you suffer with intention, using every ounce of the experience to grow. That is the difference between those who are broken by life and those who are built by it. You will come to see that the storms you thought would destroy you were actually shaping you into someone who cannot be destroyed. And when you look back, you will realize that you did not just survive hardship, you were transformed by it. Every scar will tell a story of resilience. Every wound will become proof that you can endure and still rise. So when the weight gets heavy, when the night feels endless, when you are tempted to quit, remember this. There is strength being built in you that comfort could never give. And one day, that strength will be the reason you stand while others fall.